Hammad, thank you so much for being in the Broadsign Content Studio. Nice to meet you.
Pleasure to meet you. Thanks for
All
having
the
me.
way from Dubai. It's great to have you
long
here.
flight.
Yeah, a long flight, I can imagine. So I'm curious to hear from your perspective, what are some of the biggest trends you've seen in out-of-home this past year?
Oh, there are two major trends that I can share with you. The first one is a push for more digitization, performance measurement, and this is something that we've seen happen a lot, whether it comes from media owners or from media buyers, and that's exactly where we're positioning AiOOO, because we can, our technology solutions measures audience engagement, can detect audience segments, age, gender, without using any personal identified data. And that also helps address real-time audiences and activate those audiences in real time. And eventually that allows for better campaign performance, and we can measure attribution. So we've had a lot of success with the business model in the Middle East, but also in Europe. And the second trend, I think is the buzzword here, it's retail media. But it also follows the same logic where retailers just realize that they are sitting on a treasure of data and they're trying to monetize it. And that's also a trend that we see growing a lot.
Yeah, of course. So I'll go back to the first point around data. So personalization is, of course, becoming so important, and we're seeing it grow year after year. How do you balance the need for more data with privacy and making sure that the consumer trust is still there, but advertisers are getting the insights they need to want to apply the media?
Yeah, you know, it's funny because today consumers are more aware of this data and privacy. 10 years ago, online platforms were collecting far more data than whatever digital out-of-home network would collect today. But today it's more of a problem. Not a problem, but just a challenge that the industry needs to solve. Yeah. So from a technology point of view, the way we solve it is that first, we don't store any data, any personal data. So we're using visual sensors that analyze the audience in real time, but no image is stored or captured or stored. And all the data processing is performed locally on a local device. So this framework, we had it approved by GDPR. I mean, GDPR is GDPR compliant. The authorities in Dubai as well approved it. So to answer your question, I think technology, the framework is being used, can help address that issue.
Yeah, that's great. And even in retail media, right, it'll be something that we'll continue to see more and more of, the need for personalization within the in-store environment.
Yeah, personalization is a clear game changer. Personalization can happen at the creative level, dynamic creative optimization. We've been seeing this trend a lot. But personalization can also come at an earlier stage, meaning we personalize the campaign that's going to be delivered based on audience signals and other parameters. And this we've seen has a huge impact on campaign performance.
Of course, for sure. And my last question, what do you think needs to happen to increase the adoption of out-of-home, maybe specifically in retail, in that retail in-store environment?
You know, if you analyze online retail media, last year the total media spend was $160 billion. 95% or 98% of that was spent in online retail media. So very, very little budget goes to in-store. The reason online retail media is successful is because we're using technologies that allow to manage and optimize unique reach, and also frequency capping. Number two, these technologies that allow for real-time audience targeting. And number three, performance, campaign performance and conversion attribution measurement. Meaning, when advertisers are spending their budgets, they can measure the effectiveness of the campaign, the reach they had. They can target specific audience segments in real time. And three, they can see for every dollar spent, they can measure the return on ad spend. And if we want, as an industry, digital out-of-home and especially retail media, to catch up on the advertising spend, we need retailers and media buyers to adopt these technologies, and that's why we launched AiOOO.
Yeah, we all need to come together. It's a collective effort in the industry.
Yeah.
Well, thank you so much. It'll be exciting to see where we end up and where you end up even next year.
Yeah, we can have this podcast again next year.
Yeah, amazing. Thank you so much.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
Pleasure.